by mistake. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely my bits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bits are off. Everything was better off. Till the wrist, I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bits are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. Yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
There ain't no time, is it?
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, 180. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Spot, no.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain there of 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Yellow. I'm on, Eddie. Ready? Check 31.
On first down, Foot, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
On the ready. Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm coming.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Ready.
2nd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Good throw there to start the second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we're going to get him settled. It's not easy after you're throwing a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running with Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Leo.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go. Let's get this ball back. Go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check 13. Check 13.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 10-2 stop. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Slant. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, exit. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Pick it up. 5.
2nd and 11. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get our
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
They'll run on first down. Foot. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set. 60-yard. I'm coming.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 15 line up. 15 line up. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Let's go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the...
I
23.
know who built that one.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 9 now. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Running from the gun with Howard. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go. Bang, bang, bang.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. You draw quarters. He's creeping. Safe, safe, safe. Ready.
They run with Howard.
You ain't going nowhere.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Look at me. Zipper. Get.
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
He's coming, double up.
Now Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Topper! Shoot!
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 23-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch 11, watch 11. Hey, Echo. You got to get the point. Get on the point right here. 50, go. 51.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
Set. 60 outlaw. Right. Here we go, here we go. Snap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, orbit. Ready?
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is right through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win. Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at them with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Yellow. I'm going on, 80. Hey, 43, 15. Check.
On third down. Foot. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready, break. Mike, 51. Come on, G.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go play fake. Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
A give to Howard. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Yellow.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On first down, Foot. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Foot, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Foot. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 15. Let's go, baby.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Yellow. I'm going to lady. I'm 15. 54. Mike, 58 right there. Hey, here we go. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Second and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Foot, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point splits the uprights, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Today's final score,
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.